Teagan guy. Da 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 da. Hello everyone, welcome back to Steven Entertainment. My name is Casper Fox, and today we are finally getting around to checking out the new Teemo double EP, Lovers. And of course there's Lovers Upright and Lovers Reversed, just like when we did the video for like it's not that I don't remember, it's that I'm terrified to say that word because I called it tarot. Not cool, dude. And that's apparently not right. It's tarot, I don't know. Whatever. Then we should did tarot upright. So now we got another one, and we're gonna be starting with the upright one. I'm probably gonna do the two in one video, just because well, we'll see how long the video is. If you're seeing this and it's both videos, then I decided to put them in both videos. If I decide to split them up, we'll see. Anyway, I hope you guys already, of course, know about Teagan Earley Teemo. She's incredible, an even more incredible person, and she is also, by the time this comes out, Storage 6 is released, and I don't want to like spend this video promoting my own project because this is about Teagan, not about me, but she sings a lovely Persephone in Storage 6, so if you want to check that out, you can via the link in the description. Other than that, let's get straight into it. We're gonna start with Teemo 415, I'll Dance. Aw, it's baby Teags. And her sister on fire, I presume.
His shelves are color-coded. I got mismatched socks. She always gets there early while I'm racing the clock. I'm older but not wiser, shrewd observer since her birth. But my love for her is more ancient still. Let me tell you what it's worth.
So, obviously, this is one of the songs I've not heard. Full disclaimer, I don't know, I probably forgot to say that in the intro, but Teags has already showed me a bunch of these before they released, so that's why I was, it's been a little delayed with the reaction here, obviously. I do also plan on eventually checking out the Spacely project. The problem is that, like, I have obsessively listened to Spacely, as in JP Warner, who obviously produced and co-wrote this album, or this EP, sorry. But I don't know if you guys know, but in October last year, you probably know, we all gathered in Chicago for the Teemo debut concert. And Spacely, or JP Warner, was the opener for that, or one of the openers. And because when I go to a concert, I usually want to be able to sing along, so I obsessively listened to the Spacely project, which released kind of recently. It's the start of March when I'm recording this. This is probably going out towards the end of March, or like in April. But I highly recommend, because there's a lot of concept albums coming out. There's a lot of TikTok musicals and stuff like that. It's not TikTok musicals. There's a lot of great musicals being written right now. JP Warner has an incredible concept album based on his mental health journey, and it is absolutely astonishing. And I wish I would have gotten the idea before Mortius to bring him on for an interview, because that would have been so sick. But I did enjoy the Mortius JP Warner. That's also a video you should check out. Anyway, super sidetracked. Here we have Teagan Earley. Here you have, she has this more like rock approach, like a little more rock, like a pop rock approach here, which was different because there was way more of a pop sound in Tarot, whatever. Tarot. Not whatever that, it's whatever, but my accent is stupid. Anyway.
Good race today, very good weather.
Tarot had this way more pop approach song, and that is essentially because when you are dealing with like newer musicians, these indie artists, for example, like Teemo, you usually want to start in, and this is the brand manager coming out a little bit, and also what Teagan kind of has told me, you want to start in pop, and then you kind of branch out from there, because if you want to get signed by a label, if you want to get attention, you just start easing yourself into pop, and that's what Teagan did with the first double EP. And then here we can lead into what, and then Teagan's voice fits these like folk rock, or these like rocky approaches to music like so incredibly well. And some of the demos that she showed me that are a bit more rock. I don't know if you can hear the bird outside. I have my window open because it's a nice warm day in Brno. I might close that in a bit. But Teagan has such a great approach to rock music. And I cannot say this enough. Teagan Earley and JP Warner, whatever duo you think is the best, you're wrong. It's them. I have never seen people work this well together, and the music they produce is just second to none. Like, in a couple of years, when Teemo is like one of the biggest names in music, and JP Warner is right there with her, you can say that you were here. You were here with us, because that was a really long pause. I do apologize. Let's get back into the music.
I will grab things from the deep end. I will not let seaweed near. I will bring home soft serve ice cream, though it's melting as I steer.
So is this is about your sister, Teaks? Because it seems like to me that these are very specific. I'll grab things from the deep end. I'll not let seaweed get near. I'll bring home surf. So I know for a fact that I was very like I don't like touching seaweed when I was in that, and I assume that that's a common thing about like younger people or kids essentially, right? So it seems like she's like protecting her sister here.
I will always walk before you, path I'd rather light your way.
Cute.
And when you tell me to dance, I dance
Aww.
dance out to Taylor in the car. Doesn't matter where we go, and we browse through Yankee Candle. We say nothing 'cause we know.
And really interesting. So here in a rock approach, you would actually have like. But here instead, JP has decided to omit the first double layer here, what you hear in traditional rock, and actually lift. And lifting means that you just pop it a little bit over on the sheet. Adam, can you show me the rhythm that I'm playing here? You know, like. Right? So you can see here, this is the sheet music for what I just played, right? And then if you hear here, JP is going. Right? That was a little bit wrong. But you can hear here, if you listen to the drums here.
Doesn't matter where we go.
Do you hear that? So he switches between the. Like, he adds that little, that was so wrong, I'm so sorry, but he adds the kick drum as like a little fill. He differentiates between initial approach and then switches it up a little bit, which is so good. And then you have just this guitar riff, and I assume there's a bass in there. Okay, there's the bass. So there's a little bass. So there's literally, like, quite honestly, pretty simple soundscape. Guitar and drums, as far as I can hear. And then the bass differentiating between verse and chorus to add a little bit of variation to it, right? And then obviously these pictures are going, who made this? I want to know who made this this lyric video, because I remember Teeks telling me that she was not going to do lyric videos for this one. Oh well. But anyway, lovely sister song so far.
She's everything that's good. She makes it look better than mere goodness ever could.
Cute.
Stay up reading first drafts. If you wrote it, it's the best. I will try to steal your sweater till you give it as a gift.
Cute. So listen to how here on the chorus, JP decided to go. Is that 16ths? I'm so sorry about it. Adam. Is that 16ths or 8ths? Can you clarify that? Sorry about that. But very cool. And then we have the do do do. It kind of reminds me, if you guys have heard Juno by Sabrina Carpenter, right? If you listen to the riff up there.
Your sweater till you give it as a gift.
It's kind of the soundscape we're kind of dealing with here, which is a compliment, obviously. So I love it. Something that I'm looking out for. So there's something when Teagan and JP, their melody approaches. I'm actually not. I need to ask them about that. Because I think Teeks is incredible at coming up with melodies, and what they'll usually do. And I don't know if this is Patreon content. I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to tell you guys about it. And that is when they write songs, instead of, like, sometimes they'll go straight onto the melody, but sometimes if they have a melody but not lyrics, they will just do a la 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 track. So like, for example, for Science, they'll do la 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 la, right? Instead of having the lyrics and then add those later. And here, something that I'm looking out for, especially in Teagan's melody approach, is that Teagan loves a chromatic downward motion. So na 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 na, right? And you can hear, for example, conservabilities for rules when there are none. Da 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 in my, like in Devil as well, right? She uses this melody approach a lot, which has become kind of like, for me at least, a signature Teagan thing to do. I want to see if I can sneak one of those in Storage from Sticks in a future song if Persephone appears. Oops, spoilers.
I'll always be on your side, but somehow you're never wrong.
There's the game vocals.
When you tell me to dance, I dance, your conversation.
Na 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 na. So there we still have this, like, it's not chromatic, but it is a downward motion in the melody. So instead of na 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 na, she goes, I think it's a full step instead of a half step. Adam can confirm that.
With blue eyes across the room, I had less fun with that Barbie than I've always had with you. And I miss sharing a bathroom, Star Wars Pirates Christmas.
Interesting.
You're out there taking over and I'm with you all the way.
Cute. So just before this drop here, you can actually hear how JP, I assume JP because it's produced by JP Teags. If you are playing the drums here, let me know. But she's not gonna watch this. But the snare drum has shifted from a like a full-on like rim shot to a cross stick, and the difference between that is that the way you hold the stick. Let me see, can I find something here? So when you're doing, usually you have it like this, loose wrist, right? On the rim snot, you go on the edge. So if these are my vitamins. So normally you would like this, right? Rim snot, you go out here, so rim snot, and then cross stick, you put it across and you lift like this. So for example, when you're doing vocal percussion, a way you can recreate this is how you do your K snares, right? So you have a normal one, then you have a rim snare, you add a little, right? And then cross stick, right? So instead of having, you have, and to add some variation to this little bridge here, JP decided to switch up the drums a little bit, like the groove here. Hear that? It sounds like a really distorted because it has a lot of higher frequencies in it. So it's been something been done to the cross stick here. And then we have those dum 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 dum. That's so cute. Dude, I'm so sorry I'm getting so distracted. This is such a wonderful little love letter to her sister on Fire. I love that so much. And I'm getting curious because here I still kind of hear the cross stick. Let me just go back a little bit to see if that's always been there. I guess it's more apparent, so that seems to be the same snare sample, so my apologies there. But it does seem like that it's more dominant in the mix, which is why I noticed it here rather than because the kick drum has a lower activity level here. Cute. Nice.
So let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance. Love you, Keith.
Oh, cute. What a bob to start us off, huh? That's crazy cool. Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna cry. Mr. Jakob. That's so cute. Yo, chill, dream guy, because this is one of the ones I've heard. Anyway, that was wonderful. I spent like 15 minutes on that analysis. I'm very sorry. It was just so much groove to break down. Well done, JPT. Well done. Okay, Dream Guy. So Dream Guy is one of the ones that I've heard before, and the reason why this video is coming out a bit later is because I wanted to give my time to not forget, but to distance a little bit from the demos that I've heard so that there's more time so that I can reprocess them and provide a proper analysis. So this is Dream Guy, and this has a lot of like extra vocals, and you can see that Joey, who is currently, by the way, Joey, who's writing an ACOTAR Court of Thorns and Roses musical right now that I'm a part of, that Luke's a part of, that Teeks is a part of, so many cool people are a part of, so please go check that out on various social media. But Joey was a co-producer on some of this, and there is one, Heartdrop, which was one of the was the single for Lovers, which is incredible. I think that's on here as well, right? Yeah, it's here, so that's down there. Okay. And this is Dream Guy, and I got to, like, the first time I got to Chicago in January when I was recording SFS, she showed me a demo for this, or her and Jack and Joey showed me a demo for this, and it's absolutely incredible. I'm very excited for this one. Let's do Dream Guy. Da 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 da.
Dream about being friends with Taylor Swift more than anyone I actually know. Last night it killed me.
I'm gonna try not to take offense to. No, I'm kidding.
And got away with it. Then it turned into a TV show.
Damn. That's kind of crazy, you know? I feel like she's shooting the messenger.
Actually, no. Last night I killed my ex and got away with it. Then it turned into a TV show.
Fire.
Got lost in an endless hotel. Maybe hell got directions from a parakeet. And oh, hey, by the way, I dreamt of you 5 times last week.
Cute. So this is a little bit more melody approach that we know Teags as. This like little, all these hypotheticals, especially that she was throwing up in the Tarot EP, is now coming back here with all these hypotheticals and these like references to pop culture. Like for example, you can see like a TikTok tarot reel, da 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 da, and then she played the TikTok sound. And here we have literally Taylor Swift in the. And I'm very glad because I would have thought like, what, you're listening to like Taylor Lautner in your room? What is he saying? What is it he says in that Twilight movie? I didn't see those, but like, what is it? How you been, Loca? Anyway, listen to the drums here again. This is very like, I don't know if you guys like really like at the end of the 80s, drum production began to really be like super rough. And I feel like JP/Joey has really captured. I need to know what drum sample this is.
Then it turned into a TV show. Got lost in an endless hotel. Maybe hell got to
Because you have this like little, it's kind of like a little loose hi-hat, like a tss. It's not quite a tss, it's a tss. So a little like an open hi-hat, and then you just have this carrying drum beat here, and there's synth motif when you dum 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 here coming in. If you listen here,
a TV show. Got lost in an endless hotel.
hear
Maybe
that?
hell got directions from a parakeet. And oh,
I need to look up what a parakeet means. Give me just a second. Parrots. So it was a parrot. Thank you. I learned a new word today. I suck at English, bro.
directions from a parakeet. And oh, hey, by the way, I dreamt of you 5 times last week.
Like gorgeous.
Melatonin and mindfulness, I've tried it all, can't get a grip. I lie awake and wonder if you care.
Oh.
And I sleep unaware.
Nice. And then we have a little bit of that, like she loves sliding. You can hear it like in Science, for example. Who cares if I wrote it if it's true? So again, we have some reoccurring elements, and that is how you know Timo, Teagan, JP, and Joe in this, they make their own shit. You cannot accuse them. Like it's very apparent in musicians, and especially with a day where AI accusations are thrown left and right. There is always, you can always tell like when something is written by a specific person, because if all of a sudden, let's say all of a sudden Teagan would never, but let's say all of a sudden Teagan comes out with this. Well, no, because that's a bad example, because she could totally do that. That's a bad example. Like let's say that I, for example, all of a sudden come out with a song that is like 1-to-1 with, for example, Teagan style. You would probably be able, if you listen to like my music, you'd be able to tell that, okay, I probably did not write this. So it's very refreshing to that we have these characteristics in the music. I cannot wait to break down Spacely a little bit, because I am so sure that there's probably something there as well for JP. So very excited for that. Let's like, so far we have a lot of metaphors and a lot of classic storytelling through music. Like she's painting a picture with the lyrics here, which is so typical Teaks. It's so good. Spider-Man? Nice. That's so good. And something that you guys probably know, Teagan is part Italian, well, also part Italian, but also part Irish. And this is like very Irish, like na 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 na. It's like very Irish sounding like melody approach he's taken here. And something that is really interesting here is that Teagan usually stays away from tonal cadence. And tonal cadence in music is essentially when now we're home and then we go out and then we go further and then we go home. So if you have a melody approach that goes out and then goes home, then you arrive back here, right? And tonal cadence is essentially this journey melodically that you take. And usually Teaks will either differentiate what would be a home sounding note, as in going back to the root chord, with some speech, or either jump an octave or something like that. But here, listen to how like this tonal cadence here, you can hear she does it in the first time when she does the high, right? So go here. and text you hi. She goes hi, jumping up to that one instead. And then you see that? Just skipping that home jump that she was gonna do. Very interesting. And people mentioned Taylor Swift. That's so funny. You can hear the instruments. Well, da 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 da.
I see London move to France. See you in my room with no then time rewind.
Did you censor pants? I see you in my room with no pants.
No! God, please, no!
Oh no, Teagan. There are kids watching. Oh damn, no, I'm just kidding.
To show me how we got there. The whole damn planet was at stake. Your lightning power saved the day. And then
And again, steak and day does not rhyme. But she, because of how she enunciates the steak, she makes it rhyme. Genius. Absolutely incredible.
you finally got the chance to say we're meant to be. You feel it too. So say the word, it's me and you.
Okay, so here we have something you can do to make your voice sound very much deeper, like Patrick Starr. I think my editor made fun of me. Adam made fun of me for doing that. But what you can do is that you have your larynx, your voice box here, right? If you want a deeper sound, darker sound like this, you actually take this and you go, really loosen up, and now you have this very low dramatic timbre that is used in voice acting and opera. And this, I guess, is supposed to be it is an impression. And then it goes back. She uses the timbre to create some different, and that actually really works in differentiating the melody approach here, which is really nice.
Until inevitably my phone turns into a stingray and it completely ruins the mood. So I try to skydive, then die and revive, but I can't suck it up and text you hi.
So instead, it's so interesting, and text you hi, and text you hi instead, right? And again, maybe a little bit of double meaning here. That so a lot of people will associate the feeling of being in love with being high or being sky high or whatever like that, right? It says high like H-I here, so maybe that's some double meaning. Who knows? Guess you can say. Did she double the syllables on can? I'm not gonna have this, Martius. If you're watching this, do not even start. Guess you can say. Yeah, so elongated, like instead of guess you can say, I didn't call that nice one. And thinking about you is one. Thinking about you. So these like shortenings of word and these long like paints, again, incredible. Very well done. How am I supposed to not sing along to that? I'm gonna be so for real with y'all. And again, I'm sorry, because obviously I'm way bigger of an instruments guy than a lyric guy. That's not true, but listen to the drums here. Again, JP or Joey, I don't know who did the drums here. It sounds very, like the sample sounds doesn't sound like JP, I must admit. It doesn't sound like the sample library he's been using, but that is also like not a brand new genre, but a bit out of what they've done before. You hear that? And then, so the first you have like a boom, chung, gang, chung, chung, and then it just kind of stops on the lower end. You hear that? Completely omitting the kick drum there. Ah.
No, seriously, just stick me under a falling piano or something and knock me out.
Oh, am I really tired? You know, yeah, nice. Again, another characteristic of these like I don't want to say non-musical, but these like speech-like approach to the vocals, right? Something Teagan likes to use as well. And then we have the crowd-pleasing skirt. Okay, so normally in crowd please, so I call them the crowd pleasers or the crowd involvement one. You can hear those in, for example, "We Will Rock You," "Dong Dong Gang," "Dong Dong Gang," and the entire crowd like "We Will," and it's just drums. So normally you do "Dong Dong 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 Dong," and then you'd have like that clap along and sing, guys. And I assume she's gonna be doing that at her concert as well, which I'm not gonna say that actually, no. But yeah, at concerts for when she has this, probably gonna be that again. But listen to this. There's like a concert like a doo 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 in the background here. You hear that? And then we bring back the guitar, just power chords. One. Yeah. Ugh. In guy. Da 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 da. Perfect. Oh, that's so good. Teagan, I'm loving, and you know I do. I'm loving this soundscape on you. You guys did so well. And this is the first Joey produced song that I've officially heard. I did hear the demos, but hell yeah. I know this one, and there's another one that I'm really looking for. It's not on this one, though. It's not on this one. Okay, so that was Dream Guide. This video is already like 30 minutes long, so we're definitely splitting up the two EPs into two different videos, but I don't care. I'm loving the music. This is one of the videos where I care more about actually just listening to the music rather than how it does. So I hope you guys can forgive the long video. And if you can't, leave. Let's go to Soft Place to Land. These visuals are good. Let's just have a look. This is also Joey and JP. Wait, did Joey also produce this one? No. Okay. Ding dong.
I am death.
Was unseasonably warm for September 14th. We watched a movie about magic and it really got to me. So I said I have to take a walk and you followed me outside. Only catches it was 3 a.m. and you didn't know I had lied. The magician told the story of just who he really was. And I think this boy's never known me even though he thinks he does.
So we have a heavy synth bass here. This sounds a lot more like JP drums, I must admit. I could be totally mistaken. But it's mostly because maybe it's because I'm used to hearing JP's production in more electronic sense. I don't know. It's probably bullshit to say, but yeah.
He's never known me, even though he thinks he does. And my heart is in my throat. Troops are pouring at the gate. 'Cause I want you, but I worry 'cause this little voice is saying, what if I am just a soft place to land? What if I'm a passing craving?
Okay. Dun, dun. Dude, holy shit. Cooking with it. This is a little bit more EDM Daft Punk vibe we got going here. That's incredible. Okay, so this is, as we know, Teague's very vague and hypothetical. So something that I have learned with Teague's is that this song is about a specific situation in her life, probably, and she is using 50 gajillion metaphors just so that those who know will know, and those people who don't know will just think, oh, this is a bop, very hypothetical, right? And something that I really think is incredible is that if you guys have listened to, and if you haven't, what are you doing here? If you've listened to the Mother EP, especially Mother 1, is so, I don't want to say in your face, but it's very the line, there's not like she tells the story of the situation she was going through, and there aren't metaphors. Like when she's telling the stories, it's mostly in your face with here's what's happening, this is what's happening, and it's not vague. It's right. It's and then now, years later, putting this, she's made this evolution from being in your face with what's happening to now you have to speculate. What does this mean? Who knows? I know, you don't. Fuck you, right? So in that sense, it's really cool to see, and using these adjectives like craving, soft, love it. It's kind of given new age Katy Perry, just because it doesn't really mean a number. Oh my god, a lovely little breakdown. Oh, beautiful. Dude, it almost sounds like a vocoder. That's so cool. Also, who, like, ruse? Who would ever think to use a word like that? That's fun. Dude, I might just be bad at English, but I feel like she's so creative with her word choices. And adjectives is something Teagan is just, like, holy... Aww. And then again, the drums are relatively simple, like boom, and then you have these doom doom like fills just in between the bars here, just like a little transitionary piece, right? And all of it's just synth. You have the do 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 do, and then bam bam. You have a little bit of melody doubling in the chords here. You can listen to them. Nice little riff there. Okay. Nice. That guitar is probably Joey. If you guys know, Joey's a fantastic guitarist. Fantastic. Incredible. Like, as I said, I'm loving this soundscape. So far, quite honestly, I think it's because I've probably listened to fucking Tarot so many times. But this sound is like, I feel like it suits her better. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you.
My every shadow bared. It was silence, sprinklers, and I've never been so scared. And you said, well, is that everything? And my heart fully dropped. Still, if nothing's in your wings, then we can take it from the top. What if I give you a soft place to land?
So here, interesting, and I think we get a little peek into Teagan's songwriting, because, so I think that the lyric probably written in her songbook is probably, what if I can give you, but they decided to omit the can and just elongate the I. What if I give you? Because you can say, what if I can give you, right? They can still, so I'm interesting if this is just because it happens, like you will even see, like, even on the epic streams there are like spelling mistakes or like some grammar mistake, not spelling mistakes, but like words that should be there or shouldn't be there, which is, totally okay. I do wonder if this is because it was originally this lyric, and then she, like, when she was sending it off to whoever did this, she forgot to omit the can. It's the constant kick drum here.
What if who I am is a love-stricken man? What if you don't need saving?
Ooh, so she turned it around. This is a gorgeous drum fill, but it turns it around from I need saving to you need saving. Let's just listen to that drum fill again.
What if you don't need saving?
Hell yeah. Back with the guitar. It's interesting because you usually when you want to fill out the soundscape. So if I took away this synth bass, you would just hear, and what JP/Joey used in the previous songs to fill out the soundscape is these like hi-hats here, right? But that is substituted here by the synth bass instead. So you can hear kind of filling out the soundscape while also working as the lower end to this mix. You hear that? Is that a breaking sound? Yeah, it's a little breaking sound there. There's two guitars fighting.
Here we are.
Nice. And instead of having here we are, she just here we are, let that fade out. Wonderful. Soft Place to Land. A beautiful, gorgeous song about a situation, I presume. And that is great, and it has just this like really playful soundscape, and I love when songs kind of tend to do these approaches to the songs where it's a sad text, but the song's a bop, you know? So in that case, yeah. Okay, well, let us continue to Reaching, the Anxiety Love song. Ooh, and that is also Joey and JP, so it's a co-production.
It's 80 in October. I don't want it to get colder,
27 degrees, that's fucking warm, holy shit.
but I want my kids to know the snowfall too.
And here we just immediately we have to remember how I said she usually stays away from tonal cadence? Here we are with tonal cadence.
It's 80 in October. I don't want it to get colder, but I want my kids to know the snowfall too.
You hear that? Going back home.
That's if we even get there. Earth is burning, we just don't care enough to flip the lights off as we run out of the room.
Ooh, a little minor switch there. No, 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 no. Nice.
Children dying while the billionaires are flying and slaying ancient dragons just for fun. But since the world is ending, won't even bother pretending that I wouldn't grab your hand while we're hurtling towards the sun.
That's so cute. Interesting. It sounds like the drum. It might be the mix. The drum is slightly offbeat, but it's like very teeny slightly, and it gives a nice chaotic effect here. What do we have all else in the soundscape? Have a very distant, reverbed guitar,
While we're hurtling towards the sun.
and then so a lot of strings. So guitars is Joey's forte, I know for a fact, and JB can do everything, so I have absolutely no clue who's playing this, but you know. And then minor. Nice.
Dread fills my head till I think of what you
Tambourine.
said. You said I've known you through millennia. I'll find you somewhere in the next one. True, when we're through, I'd still float around through space with you. And
Cute.
even if we never meet again, I'll reach for you. Reaching for you. I'm slumped over and scrolling algorithmically and
This is reminding me, this soundscape and this chord approach reminds me of Judgment. That's Judgment. Okay, what I'm gonna do, Adam, play the intro to Judgment, and then we're gonna do. So here's the intro to Judgment. And now listen to this.
reaching for
Okay, not yet. Now.
I'm slumped over and scrolling algorithmically emboldened with how to be mean as can be to ward off codependency.
So I don't know if it's chord progression, if it's the actual chords or the soundscape, but to me and hopefully to you, that is a trait in production from probably JP, since Joey was not included on the tarot production, which again, I talked about this earlier in the video, that it's really great to see these characteristics in the music that you're making, right? So it's a really nice thing to bring into here. And again, Teagan has this way of turning long, because this could have been the saddest piano ballad you've ever heard in your life, but she decided, no, let's make it a bop.
And suddenly it's 1 a.m. I'm home alone. I miss my friends. So I
Aw.
conjure you up instead. Let you sing me to sleep.
Cute.
Stop my heart when I feel myself falling apart. Say don't have to be in the room to know I'm still in love with you. True, when we're through, I will stall the end of days to find you. And even if we never meet again,
Cute.
reach for you.
Oh.
Reaching for you. You're giving me the side.
A little bit, like it's crazy because it's so simple, these drums, but they're so well produced that it fills out the soundscape really nicely. And Teagan just has a way to like if you hear the vocal approach, you can hear how longing it is. And we have distant harmonies and kind of produced in a kind of a layering aspect, which is very common for modern music. Really nice. Cute.
Taking a breath, though our leaders shaking hands with death. I wish I wasn't on my own. Assurance gate kept by a phone, but who's stopping? Wasn't on my own. Assurance gate kept by a phone, but
it's a ghost. I'm very happy to announce that I made it into. I'm scared. Dude, Teeks, this is so beautiful.
Stopping you from dashing to me when Earth is through. So as I wait for us to meet again, I'll reach for you, even if it's when the world is ending. I reach for you.
My God, how like listen to this water background. This is such a beautiful winged message, like talking about what could have been, and we've seen this in like, for example, Written in the Cards was also very longing for this like fantasy person that Teague has conjured up to tell this story, right? Well, I obviously don't, but I would assume that because Teeks is so good at telling stories that this is one of the many stories in her heart, and it's so lovely, and that was a lovely, lovely song. Let us continue to the penultimate, and that is, of course, the banger that is Heartdrop. I have also listened to this before, I'm going to be so for real with you, but we're still going to break it down, so let's do that. And this one I know for a fact, Joey wrote this, right? Yes. So Joey and Teeks co-wrote this one, and then Joey produced this. So this, to my knowledge, is the very first song that JP is not involved in. I'm interested to see, because I haven't actually, now that I have like 3 to 4 JP mixes in the back of my mind after listening to this EP, I'm very curious to see if the soundscape mixing wise is gonna add up, because when two different people mix something, you can usually tell by the like sometimes even the production quality. But when we're in this level of professionalism that this group of people are, then maybe it's a little different. Maybe it's like characteristics in the mixing and mastering in something you can find. I'm gonna be listening for that mostly, just to see, because sometimes that can either be distracting or refreshing, so we'll see. So something I already feel we can hear is that the drums are way more back in the mix here, and the synth is way more dominant.
I'm not the first to hear and I love you, or get the boombox blaring out my window.
Yeah, so you can definitely tell even in the vocal mixing as well, which is not a bad thing. I definitely hear the difference, and I think it's because I'm listening to it right after I'm hearing JP mix it. But this more, I feel like the mix is way more. There's way less low end in this mix than there is in when JP does it, which kind of fits, because like if you listen to back in the 70s 80s, unless it was like synth pop, like this like really like flimsy, I call it flimsy, like woo pop, you know. Bass wasn't that apparent. Like, for example, listen to a Queen song. You'll hear how the cut is like way different than it is. And I feel like Joey has captured it nicely here.
Now I'm living under a landslide of letters that you never burned, a lesson you just couldn't learn, a photo album of your lover's past,
Fire.
and all the ways I've seemed to wind up last. So I stare at
And feelings, fairy feelings.
stealing glimpses of lives you were living in, all the pull.
Like that, this melody approach is so genius. This like jumping up and down, and maybe that is a characteristic we'll see in future Joey songs potentially. I don't know. I must admit, I'm familiar with Joey. Obviously, we are now working together on the Court of Thorns and Roses musical. Work together. I'm just voicing Cassian. But Joey is a very, very talented, very brilliant musician, and is also like he's such a sweet person. Really, really cool, funny, hilarious dude. With some of the most perfect hair I've ever seen in my life. So I wonder if this is characteristic to his songwriting approach. Ba, 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 ba. And then there's the really nice little fill we got here. Cute. Her. Wait. I didn't hear that in the demo. That's so funny. Cute. What? So that makes sense, right? Her birthmark was a continent, a map she gave you. Okay, I must admit I have no idea what that means, but cool. Oh. Stare at oh. So there is some background harmony. They're just so far back in the mix that instead of like, so what I usually do when I approach like mixing and mastering, I'm really bad at it. That's why I hire people to do it, like JP Warner. But what I like is that you separate. Some vocals are meant to be in your face, and that's something when you work with a cappella, these lines can get a little bit flimsy. But you have two separate. You have the instruments and you have the vocals. Now choir vocals are a little flimsy here, because either you put them a little forward in the mix so that they stand out as vocals that kind of trumped up the lead vocal or blends with the lead vocal, or you put them back in the mix so that the choir vocals actually become instruments in a sense, as in backing to the lead here. And Joey here, production-wise, has chosen to actually put them way further back in the mix, as you can hear here. Hear that? Very good. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Fire. A little bit of joy for you there. Well done, well done. Between your mom and Dan the dick from college. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, I don't know who Dan is. Yes, I just remember hearing this in the demo. In over 3 years, but my mind spirals constantly. There's love songs in parentheses of lyrics that you didn't know you sang. That's a wonderful metaphor right there. Well done, you guys. Holy shit. Before you even knew my fucking name, so I stare at ceilings. And here, listen. You hear that harmony? Now the choir vocals are pushed forward in the mix, especially that like third, fifth harmony up there. It's a fifth, I think. And Adam can probably confirm that. But having that so further in the mix adds a little bit of differentiation between what we heard before when the choir vocals were pushed all the way back. Now we have them way in the front. Very nice. Look, Glockenspiel. Yeah. I love this trend. Polaroids. This, I believe, was the single for it. It was the single. I just don't know if it was the only single. But obviously, congratulations, Teagan and JP, for all the stuff you've done. But specifically, especially Joey, congratulations on what I think, for me at least, is your debut as a producer. You've probably produced way more, but for me at least, congratulations on this song. Very nice, man. Okay, let's go into the final. This is already a 54-minute recording, so we're gonna get into the last, I can't say that. The last song on the Lovers Upright, and it is Happily Ever Alright. Which this one is, we're back to the dynamic duo of Timo and JP Warner. So Joey was not involved in this one, but was involved in the rest, and will probably be involved on a bunch of the other EPs, which is absolutely incredible. I'm very happy they kind of added him to the team for this one, because Joey is a talented dude. No, he's a skilled dude, probably also talented, but he's been working on his art so much that I do not like saying talented. Okay, let's do Happily Ever Alright. I recognize this lyric video art style. Beautiful
I think your
colors.
face on that Thursday will stay forever in my mind.
Jesus, forever in my mind. That is alone, like, Teags. Can you pick a range?
The tender care that once dwelled there was scared to crawl into the light. And I know I'm the one at fault, just another soul I've claimed. The origin of a villain who just wanted to be saved. Now I
Wanted to be saved. Like, that jump is incredible, and gorgeous visuals. We're jumping around a little bit. This looks like a canvas. This is a beautiful lyric video.
don't need to mount a white horse. Don't need the sunset ride. My feet are fine here on the floor. The witch can't be the bride. Don't need forever legacies. After's a long, long time. 'Cause I got to see you again. That's happily ever alright.
Ooh, a little break. Instead of going back again, the tonal cadence approach. Na na na. Getting back to there, we actually omit everything, so it's fully a cappella here, just for that last word. Very, very well done. This soundscape is incredible, and as we can hear on the difference between the mixing on Joey and on JP, is that now the drums are way more dominant in the mix. And just to absolutely clarify, that doesn't mean that like Joey's mix is better or JP's mix is better. It's just different. Like, you know, like some people will eat a donut and be like, that was delicious. Other people will be like, that was not delicious. You know, so it's all down to interpretation. I don't personally have a preference. I think there's just bangers, like literally.
Locked eyes by the riverside, straw papers were exchanged. Heart speaking.
Interesting. So the first phrase, we actually lift the hi-hat just to mark the end of the bar, and then the second one we keep it closed. You can hear that here. Let's go back.
Papers were exchanged.
I did not go far enough back.
Alright.
So here,
We
when
locked eyes by the riverside.
you hear that, right? Very cool.
Were exchanged. Heart speaking a lost language that now looks strange upon the page. But even so, we cast its spell and followed where it led. But wyverns waited wild with want. They burned us and we fled.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this sentence again because I'm gonna f it up. But like, look at all these. Like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 W words. W is a term usually associated with Teagan Earley, but this is incredible. Wyverns waited wild with want. They burned us as we fled. Fled and led. Very nice.
Now I don't need to mount the white horse.
Do you hear this?
Don't need the sunset ride. My feet are fine here on the floor. The witch can't be the bride.
Wrong, Teagan Earley. The witch can be the bride. There are a lot of Danish fairy tales actually that have the witch. There is this one. There's this one story about. I'm not going to tell that entire thing, but basically it was a witch, and she got cursed by other witches to be super unattractive, and then she decided to live in a cave. And then 3 princes came and like, oh, we're gonna marry you. But the two sisters of the witch that cursed her was like, oh, okay, well, you, and then the third was like, what about me? He's like, you can go into the cave if you want. And then she hears the witch, and the witch's voice is so pretty, so beautiful that he decides, I want to marry you. And then once they then go out of the cave, he then sees that she's so ugly, and he starts like regretting a little bit, but still goes through with it. But when they then get married, the curse is broken, and the two sisters turn back to their ugly selves because they were ugly in the first place and stole the beauty of the witch. And the pretty girl, the pretty witch, gets her happily ever after with the prince. But I do understand the metaphor here. Sorry, I got sidetracked.
Don't need forever legacies after the long, long time. 'Cause I got to see you.
Oh, bells.
And that's happily ever. I have been
Oh, so we skip the tonal cadence, alright, and go straight to the next phrase. Nice.
love in the warrior, been the muse. Had songs sung in my name, but each fairy tale has left its bruise. Though every time I fantasize, my heart has fallen flat.
She's just gonna keep ascending?
Didn't watch
Ah, okay.
you leave this time. How magical is that? So I don't need to mount the white
Oh,
horse.
JP.
Don't need the sunset ride. My feet are fine here on the floor. The witch can't be the bride. Don't need forever legacies after so long, long time. 'Cause I got to see you again. That's happily ever. Not happy by like any measure. Happily ever. I'm fine to walk.
Dude, every time we think that she's gonna finish the phrase, she continues, and it just piles on and on. By the way, these visuals are gorgeous.
White horse has the hero.
I love this, like, bam, bam, bam. So cool.
I love spy. I'm not a dancer anyway. The witch with lonely eyes. Don't need forever legacies after the long, long time. But I got to see you again. That's happily ever. All right.
Nah. And then look at this. Like, if you listen, the effects on her voice clear completely on the reverb.
All right.
Nah. Bum. Okay, well, thank you all so much for watching. I do apologize. I don't apologize for the longer video here. I do hope you enjoyed my breakdown of Teagan Earley, JP Warner, and I'm so sorry, Joey. I cannot pronounce your last name, bro. Joey Chelius. Congrats on your EP. It's been a while since it came out. Now it came out in February, so a couple weeks ago. But congratulations on the launch. Of course, over on Patreon, we're going to get straight into the other side of the EP. But here on YouTube, you're going to have to wait a little while. So if you do want to, please support Teagan Earley, JP Warner, and Joey Chelius on whatever platforms you can. Check out Akatar, a Thorns and Roses unofficial musical over on TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Also on Joey social media, because I was calling him Kilios. It's not his name, Joey Chelius. But yeah, thank you so much, of course, to the name scrolling here over on the side and probably anywhere. I don't know. I'll probably rebrand the Patreon thing. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you so much for the support, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.